What double standard are you tired of? Entry-level jobs that require experience. My boss dipping out on a Thursday afternoon to go get frocked up at the golf course. But I ask for one Friday off every few months and he's like, "Ah, come on man, I need you to be a team player." My principal taking days to read and reply to my emails. If ever, vs me being told at 8 in the morning that I should have known something because he sent me an email at 10 in the evening the night before. Defending yourself. The fact that someone can punished for defending themselves when no one else would, in my experience worse, is bullshit to me. Example of former bullied kid that punched back and got screwed. Politicians who come up with dumb to asinine laws, and vigorously enforce them upon all of the regular citizens, but somehow find ways to exempt themselves from being subject to the same obligations to keep and follow them, as we are. Your boss getting angry if you're a couple minutes late, but then expects you to have no problem regularly staying on 2+ hours after your shift is meant to end. To borrow from Matt Haig, people being okay with mental illness until someone shows symptoms of one. My manager at work not paying for her drinks but not allowing staff to even get staff discount for theirs. Customers being able to verbally and sometimes physically assault workers while the worker just has to stand there and take it or they'll be fired. Why is dental insurance different from health insurance? Aren't teeth part of my overall health? WTH. I have to be exactly on time for an appointment or risk a fine and no appointment. Yet a doctor can make you wait hours sometimes without even a "thank you for waiting" or "sorry about the wait." Some people I know who are strongly against gender norms told me that I shouldn't have a say in my wedding since I'm a man and that my fiancé alone makes the decisions. It was pretty FNG confusing. The Tinder attitude of "impress me" and "I have standards, be funny, don't be boring." Meanwhile, person is boring. Politicians being able to openly violate the law and nobody does anything. Star student athletes are nearly untouchable. If they make the school look good, the school will almost never take action against them. Basic laws not applying to people with money or power. I thought the US was based on an idea that nobody was above the law. When companies say they are family friendly but don't want you to work from home or help with childcare. Consumers are expected to curb the use of their plastic waste and carbon by corporations and regulatory bodies alike, while Nestle will destroy a natural habitat to make bottled water in plastic bottles and dump the waste into your grandma's urn if it's affordable. People that say, "Don't worry about what other people think, be yourself," but make judgments about people based on behavior they don't understand. If you don't understand something, ask about it, learn about it, talk about it to gain an understanding. I wish more value was placed on learning, understanding people's intentions versus what you see on the surface. And don't say things unless you really mean them. Struggled with social interactions growing up. Half of my life was people telling me not to take things so personally. The other half was being told to conduct myself a certain way so I don't upset people. Rules for thee but not for me. As it applies to every facet of US politics. From insider trading, to nepotism, to tax dodging, and beyond, I am so done with the ruling class. I'm a teacher and called my wife smoking hot at a football game. My principal reprimanded me for it. I told the principal my wife calls me her smoking hot hubby to her class sometimes. She said it's different because it's perceived different when a girl says it. Apparently, politicians are allowed to disrespect the citizens of the country they serve, but it's frowned upon to tell a politician to go frock yourself. To their face, respect is respect. No matter if it wears a suit or what language it uses. My sister was allowed to abuse me from the time I was in kindergarten until I moved out of the house. She could basically say or do anything she wanted, but if I called her even a breach, I was in serious trouble. I finally cut contact with her and told my parents exactly what led up to this. The double standard of allowing the sibling who was 6 years older to abuse the youngest kid who was also bullied at school. They always got angry at the bullies but never my sister. She would always talk so big, but the moment you even threatened putting a hand on her, she would scream and ball up and it would be all our fault. God, I hate the frocking piece of shit and I hope the next time I see her is at her funeral. Parenting double standards. The gender of the parent does not make the parent. Dads are not babysitting their children. They are parenting. COVID restrictions applying to regular people but not celebrities or politicians. I'm broke. Frock, you get a job. I'm 22 million in debt but it's okay. The frock? Edit. Suddenly everyone on Reddit is an economist. What double standard am I not tired of? Edit. Thanks for the upvotes? Guess I'm not the only one. Celebrities lecturing about climate change when they have the carbon footprint of a small town. Me. A non-smoker. Being told off for being 5 minutes late to work, while smokers spend 30 minutes at least a day on smoke breaks. My dog can sit in the backyard all he wants, but I do it one time and my wife loses her mind. Accountability for rich people versus everyone else. When jobs say they like to develop and promote internally then hire externally and wonder why you aren't happy. Corporations can take advantage of employees, but employees can't take advantage of corporations. I'm someone who has only dated men, and in every relationship I've had my partner has told me they've never really received so much casual affection before, and 2, it's amazing, please keep doing it, scratch his beard, tell him he looks nice, smooch his forehead, damn it, men deserve affection and tenderness too. Politicians can do whatever the frock they want. Insider trading, money laundering, rape, murder. The list is endless. Name the last POS politician to go to jail. And stay in jail, I mean not one that got some BS pardon. I'll wait. Anything whereas the epitome of George Orwell's rules for thee but not for me. E.g. COVID restrictions but not for politicians. Bosses not following their own rules. Police getting away with bending certain laws, etc. My grandma was on Facebook and laughing at this video. She decided to show me and it was this woman. Exercising. She was running around, rubbing herself on men in public and stretching in front of them. My grandma said it was funny. I commented on how it was disgusting as these men looked super uncomfortable. Whether it was staged or not I don't know. But if it were a man doing this to women he would be charged with sexual assault and the comments would say how disgusting it was. My grandma even agreed that if it was a man doing it then it would be disgusting. Caste system in India. After swim practice when I was 11 my friends pushed me out of the shower room and held the door closed when a bunch of older ladies were getting together for water aerobics. One of them was my teacher. They laughed and I just stood there naked pushing on a door. Nobody got in trouble. If they pushed a girl naked out of the locker room and held the door it'd be on the news. Pretty much everything about celebrities. That stupid Cinderella flash mob where they blocked LA traffic was the kind of thing they only got away with because they're celebrities. Edit. Apparently the flash mob was only during red lights, so, my mistake. I only saw the one video and it was enough to piss me off. Partially because I hate driving and would already be in a bad mood in that situation. Partially because, well, I mean you saw it. The way some people act like men are completely incapable of taking care of children. Ah, somebody's babysitting today. No Karen. It's called being a father. Escape from an abusive partner and people congratulate you. Escape from an abusive parent who made your life hell for years and it's all. You should forgive them. What did you do to deserve that? But they're your mom. Tell stories of what they've done to you as an abusive partner and people are sympathetic. Then tell them it was your mom and suddenly it's your fault all over again or I should just forgive them. I don't see why I should have to keep putting myself into a bad situation because that person happens to share the same blood as me. I'm not in contact with any relatives. Ultra-rich people getting to play fast and loose with paying their taxes, or lack thereof, through various loopholes, yet I get harassed for being a few dollars off and hardly get any credits or breaks whatsoever. I am guilty of this one myself. I hate YouTube ads to death, but I am still watching the videos using their platform, and I am not willing to pay $10 a month, and I understand they need to somehow get compensated for all the work. Edit. I got adblock on my browser, but I wasn't able to figure it out on my Android. A lot of you recommended YouTube Vanced, so I am going to check that out. If it works you guys probably saved me a couple of wasted days. Edit 2. Got Vanced set up and I am living like a demigod over here. Shout out to all the guys suggesting it. The time for the golden era has come. Girls being plus size but guys being overweight. Anything about dads hanging out with their own goddamn kids. Completely exhausted of websites stealing the answers to AskReddit and then making them ad-filled articles. Not really sick of it as I'm the dad, but if I bring my kid to school with messy hair or something, all the teachers are like, oh look at the dad, he's so cute. He even tried to do a ponytail and failed. My wife brings the kids to school a mess and they like, look at this lazy ass mom. Authority figures, whether bosses or managers or cops, who hold you to the strictest word of law, but they do whatever they want. Had a manager today come in at 8 when he hammered that everyone has to be in by 6:30, by fire or thunder. People not being allowed to record conversations that they are a part of. Yet that's the only way to prove what was said. If you aren't by yourself, it's not private. It just enables corruption. Schools punishing everyone for something one person did instead of finding the perpetrator. Political leaders can waste billions of taxpayer money. Nothing happens. God forbid I don't report a $600 transaction to the IRS. Doctor's offices charging you a fee if you're 10 to 15 minutes late for an APPT, or a fee when you cancel your APPT within 24 hours but you show up for your APPT and literally wait anywhere from 15 minutes to 5 hours to be seen and no one says a damn thing about you waiting excessively long. This just happened to me. Waited in 5 hours for a wellness APPT. Give me a F*** king break. Body counts. It's ridiculous and horrible. If a woman sleeps with 100 guys she's a salute, but if a guy does it, he's gay. Men not being allowed to be feminine without being labeled as gay. I am gay. And the amount of times friends, family, and coworkers will point at a man being mildly effeminate and whisper, "I think he plays for your team," is nauseating. Like, dude, he's literally married to a woman and has kids. Just because he talks in a slightly higher pitch does not mean he wants the D. I do anything with my young kids without my wife present and I almost always hear, "What a good dad." I have to wear my mask 8 hours a day. But customers can do what they want. Politicians openly getting away with crimes while citizens get thrown in jail and/or heavily fined. Abuse. Johnny Depp was thrown to the wolves and blackballed by the movie industry off of allegations alone. Once it was proven that Amber Heard was actually the abuser. She still starred in the Snyder Cut, and Aquaman 2. Maybe it's just me, but I've noticed that women are expected to be way more positive all the time. If I don't accept food I did not order, make even a mildly deprecating joke, or have a neutral face that isn't, I'm branded as being negative. Just because I'm not a ball of ultraviolet sunshine doesn't mean I'm severely depressed. Holy Christ. I'm a girl but I am tired of people treating dads as less than moms. Dads can be 100% better than moms but no one will care because no mother would hurt their kids. Men not being able to open up about their mental health.